So what's up, great people? Hey y'all, this is Yolanda coming to you once again, you all know, with another moment with Yolanda. Y'all, I remember a time, and I'm not talking about a time when I was a kid, I'm talking about in my mature adult life, when there were some spaces and places and people and groups and all sorts of things where I would have never ever been invited. Like, I was not good enough to be, quote unquote, around some people, even church folks. I hate to say it, but even in that way, some circles and stuff where I would be looked down upon, and I would be just all sorts of stuff, right? And I've always had this thing for the underdog, like for people who don't feel like they're good enough, or didn't feel like they, don't feel like they fit in, and that type of thing. And granted, in a lot of ways, the script has flipped, right? It's interesting how that works, especially among believers. But anywho, it's interesting how that works, right? But I learned so much in those seasons and in those times. It's like the Lord built me up. And he built me up in a place in him to let me know that my value and my worth was not in people. It was not in a social club. It wasn't in a group. It wasn't in a clique. It wasn't in a circle. But my value, my true identity and value comes from him. And that the spaces and the right people that he would allow to come in my path, that he would allow it to be, right? So I wanted to encourage you, man, when you look at your life and all that you have gone through, experienced, all of the things, I want you to use that as a place of sort of impact where you can love on others, right? Like where I have been and what I've experienced now gives me the opportunity to love on other people. It gives me the opportunity to say, you know what, because I've experienced this, I now want to love on you. I don't want to be that person who looks down on anybody. I don't want to be that person who puts my nose in a pious way or Pharisee way to say I'm this and you're not, because but by the grace of God, there go I, right? I have a responsibility for the underdog. I have the responsibility for the least and the left out. I have a responsibility to smile at the person who may not get a smile today or a hug today or those types of things. What is your responsibility now that you've gone through some things and you've experienced some things? What's now your responsibility to now minister and help somebody else? That's the big question. Because I've been there, y'all. Y'all don't know. There's some things that I've experienced, but God has kept me. And I'm grateful for it. I have a responsibility now to love on other people. It's been another moment with Yolanda. What's your responsibility because of your life experiences? Think about that for a minute. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, and watching another moment with Yolanda. I'll see you guys next time, y'all. Peace.